podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. Take advantage of Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania's biggest dollar discount ever this month. Save $450 on every window and $900 on any patio or entry door with $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for a year and a half. To get in on this super deal, head to rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-727-7558. Deal ends May 31st. Hello everyone. Got any thoughts on the stories covered here on PennLive? Well, tell me all about them for listening to listeners. An upcoming Today in PA segment where I'll read those thoughts to make sure you have a say in the news. If you'd like to say something, email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com. That's todayinpa@PennLive.com with your name and where you're from, and I'll read it every other Friday starting this Friday. Looking forward to hearing from you. Some Pennsylvanians are set to receive payouts from a TurboTax settlement. Meanwhile, some parties are so loud in Philadelphia, people in Jersey are complaining about them. New parking law changes are a win for Allentown residents. And when Pennsylvanians get the drunchies, this is what they like to eat. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. In 2019, it was found that Intuit was deceptively directing TurboTax users to pay for what should have been free tax filings under the IRS Free File program, reports PennLive. The FTC launched an inquiry, state attorney generals filed a class action lawsuit, and now, thanks to a settlement, Intuit must pay $141 million in compensation. State Attorney General Michelle Henry revealed Thursday how Pennsylvania residents are set to get a piece of this settlement pie and should start receiving $30 reimbursement checks this month. Those who will receive them will be notified by email beforehand, so be sure to check your inboxes. Intuit, by the way, admitted to zero wrongdoing. Some parties in Philadelphia are so loud that residents across the Delaware River in Jersey are complaining about the noise, reports Fox 29. Residents in Garden State towns like Palmyra and Riverton are saying these public quote-unquote boom parties happen any hour of the day, any day of the week. One resident claims that one such party went from 7 a.m. to 6 o'clock the next morning. And there seems to be no stopping them, as the parties move from place to place in Philly's 15th district, making it hard for authorities to break them up. This also isn't a recent thing. For a number of people, this issue has been a years-long battle with officials to do something. After a recent meeting with leaders and representatives from South Jersey and Philadelphia, residents were told the next mayor will be the one to help. The Allentown City Council approved a bunch of new changes to the city's parking law, effective immediately, states the Morning Call. These changes are a huge win for residents, as many showed up to board meetings in early January with accusations that the parking authority was issuing excessive and unnecessary tickets. The Morning Call actually did their own analysis and found that the number of tickets issued between January 2022 and 2023 jumped by about 117%. Among these changes are bumping the maximum distance a car can legally be from the curb from 6 inches to 9, and removing all references to prison or imprisonment in city ordinances. The drunchies, a combination of the words drunk and munchies, is that grumbling hunger you get after a night of drinking, defines PennLive. And after sending out a survey to over 1,000 people across the US and Canada, plus pulling some Google Trends data, OnlineCasinos.com managed to find the top food people like to satiate these drunchies within each state. Pennsylvania's most popular drunk food was pierogies, the only state to have the puffy delight as their number one. The US's overall number one drunk food was by far burgers, but OnlineCasinos.com didn't stop at just finding favorites. Oh no. They also asked people what the weirdest food combos they ever ate to appease their post-drinking hunger were. Some of the things people admitted to were mac and cheese in tacos, which honestly sounds delicious, French fries and maple syrup, which unsurprisingly was an answer from our friends in Canada, and spaghetti with ranch dressing. Blasphemy. That wraps up today's episode. For even more news, check out PennLive.com. Also, don't forget to please rate this podcast and to maybe even leave it an honest review if you'd like. Thanks ahead of time, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back again tomorrow for another round of Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Take advantage of Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania's biggest dollar discount ever this month. Save $450 on every window and $900 on any patio or entry door with $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for a year and a half. To get in on this super deal, head to rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-727-7558. Deal ends May 31st.